where you stand regarding what is happening here in Nigeria. Your thoughts about how the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is piloting the affairs of this country so far. What would you have to tell us, Prof?
Right. I'm just a concerned citizen, like everybody should be.
Yeah.
And I've written severally about this government. Even before this government, President Muhammadu Buhari was in the forefront, asking for them to do the right thing. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to be 2 years in a few months. But what we have seen, instead of the renewed hope, like they've over-advertised, what we've seen, our people have been turned into a state of hopelessness and destitution and a lot of deception coming from this government. I speak up because I truly am very worried about the way things are. I've never been this worried, and I've said this government needs to wake up. There is hunger and anger in the land. Our fear is anarchy. Our people have been made poor. Our people have been made hungry. When APC came to power in 2015, a bag of 50 kilos of rice was how much? 17,000. Now it's over 100,000. Out of reach of the common man. Petrol, out of reach of the common man. So it's real. We speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. And I hope the government is listening. The government has not been listening thus far. It's been stubborn and continuing its World Bank prescription of removal of fuel subsidy and floating the naira, which have been the reasons why we have all these problems. Runaway inflation and inflation rate we have never seen in 28 years in this country. Hunger in the land of plenty, as you would see in places of war, like the Sudan or Yemen or Afghanistan. In this our land of plenty, where the leaders are buying brand new aircraft for the president, a yacht, brand new mansion for the vice president, SUVs all over the place, all over the states and capital. And yet our people are made into destitute. So I'm worried, and everybody should be, or raise his voice for our leaders. Our prayers and hope is they will listen. So this is how much I will say. But I truly am very worried, and everybody should be.
Okay, Prof, I understand your concern because we are all in this together. But let me take you up on something you said silently. You talked about the World Bank prescription. Social commentators as well as public affairs analysts, political analysts have oftentimes talked about the World Bank prescription as well as IMF. How is the Britain's Woods Institution, helping to deepen the hardship in Nigeria through its policies?
No, so this is not the first time the IMF and the World Bank have been trying to bring their policies, sell their policies to president. But the presidents before were smarter than President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who on the first day he was inaugurated, without looking at the books, without consulting anybody, knee-jerk, just removed fuel subsidy without having any plans to mitigate the consequences we are seeing. So, and I'm telling you, and I explain to people, I'm a doctor. It is like a hospital. We Nigerians, citizens, we are the patients. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his team are nothing but nurses. Where is the doctor? The doctor is virtual. The doctor is the World Bank and IMF. When a doctor comes for a round, he meets the nurses, he meets all his team, he sees the patient, he talks to the family, he examines the patient, writes prescription, writes tests, review everything. But hello, our doctor is out there in Washington, D.C. or wherever, sent a prescription. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who got this prescription as the nurse is just administering these poisonous prescriptions to Nigerians. That's killing them. The doctor has never seen the patient. Never. So how can this patient survive? So this is the mess we are in. And we have been telling Mr. President, even a doctor, if you write a prescription, if the patient is not doing well, you review your prescription. But no, he and his economic team are stubborn. They are saying they will continue that. But guess what? The doctor out there in Washington, D.C., the IMF, the World Bank VP said the other day, we will not see the benefit of these bold decisions that they've prescribed for the next 10, 15 years.